This isn't your typical toy review.
Look at the wingspan on this bad boy.
Yeah, we're not doing that. This is the kind of figure you build a shelf around. When people talk about Batman's villains, they start with the Joker, maybe Two-Face, but the very first villain in BTAS was Man-Bat. And that's not by accident.
We collect what haunts us.
$250 is a lot of money, but this isn't just a product, it's a collector's investment. I think Man-Bat is a better villain than the Joker. This figure scared me as a kid, and now, decades later, it might be the most important thing I own as far as collection goes. Let me show you why.
You've already seen this figure, maybe in an unboxing video, maybe posed on someone's Instagram shelf, maybe on a collector forum listed for $350 and marked sold.
But this isn't an unboxing, and this isn't a review, because we're not here to talk about joints or packaging or paint applications. We're here to talk about why we still care. Why a vinyl statue of a mutated Batman from a 1992 cartoon still hits us this hard. Because this isn't just a collectible, it's an alternative asset, a high-end adult collectible that reflects something deeper. Maybe it's because Man-Bat isn't just a monster. Maybe he's a reflection of Bruce Wayne if he ever lost control, of ourselves when we trade discipline for obsession.
And maybe, just maybe, that's why we collect. Not to display characters, but to wrestle with the ones inside us.
So yeah, you've seen this figure, but not like this. Welcome to Toy Addicts. Let's talk about Man-Bat.
I'm getting something strange.
Ah, not again.
I'm serious. It's right below us.
This isn't your typical toy review. This is about premium collectibles, cultural preservation, and the psychology of collecting.
Look at the wingspan on this bad boy.
Yeah, we're not doing that. I've always loved Man-Bat. Maybe because he scared me when I was a kid. Maybe because he felt like a reflection of what Batman could become if he ever slipped. Either way, this villain always stuck with me. When I first saw the promo images of Mondo's statue, I wanted it badly. It was bold, it was grotesque, it was perfect. And now, to actually have it sent to me by Mondo, that's extraordinary. I don't take that lightly. This isn't just a review, this is personal. Let's talk about this as an investment grade collectible. We rate every figure here on the Toy Addict Index, a 5-category system. We're in an era where collectors treat figures like alternative assets. This isn't just fandom, it's financial literacy for collectors.
Sculpt and design, 10. This is museum quality sculpt. Grotesque, perfect, tragic. Functionality, 9. This thing is deceptively engineered. It looks like a statue, but it's fully articulated wings, shoulders, legs, all built to move without breaking the sculpt. It's both a display piece and an action figure. That duality alone makes it stand out in the market, flooded with static shelf candy.
Legacy accuracy, 9. Captures the episode perfectly. Better than some animation cells. Collector value, 9. MSRP was $250, it's now reselling north of $300. Limited run, future classic. This is a high ticket collectible in an IP driven nostalgia market, and that makes it one of the most interesting forms of modern collector equity. There's real value in protecting your collection, especially pieces like this one. Whether it's display grade cases or actual collector's insurance, these things matter now more than ever. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, in the collector room. This masterpiece comes from Mondo, a brand acquired by Funko.
Yep, that Funko. The one collectors love to clown on, but Mondo's different. They're making what Funko never could. Pieces with emotional weight, artistic merit, and long-term value. That's going to spark a debate, and it should. Funko bought Mondo, and somehow that might have been the smartest move they've ever made. It's like buying a sports car to prove you're more than bobbleheads.
This is the kind of figure you build a shelf around. Emotional impact is a 10. This isn't shelf filler. This is a shelf silencer. Total score, 47 out of 50. That's what we call a legacy piece. When people talk about Batman's villains, they start with the Joker, maybe Two-Face, but the very first villain in BTAS was Man-Bat. And that's not by accident.
That thing is what we're after. Holy!
Because Man-Bat isn't just a monster. He's a mirror, a reflection of Bruce Wayne himself, just twisted. Batman chose to become a bat, to become a symbol of fear, to control the darkness. Man-Bat, he lost control. Dr. Langstrom wanted to help people, but obsession swallowed him whole.
I got a list of all the items stolen from the chemical labs. Who would have thought they'd be used to create a monster? Maybe I can undo the fate Langstrom has brought upon himself.
Batman uses discipline. Langstrom uses chemicals. One is earned evolution, the other is a mutation. They're both creatures of the night, but only one of them owns it. Man-Bat is what happens when obsession wins. When fear isn't a tool, it's your identity. And that's why this statue matters. Because it didn't just show a character, it shows a fall.
Is he all right? Will he change again?
No, the formula's out of his system. It's over. For now.
We collect what we loved as kids, sure. But also, we collect what haunts us.
You don't buy Man-Bat to remember Saturday mornings. You buy it because you're still wrestling with what it felt like to see that thing swoop across the screen.
Some people collect superheroes, we collect shadows, nightmares, vinyl reflections of trauma.
And in 2025, high-end toy collecting isn't about nostalgia alone. It's about cultural preservation, personal identity, alternative assets, and let's talk ROI, return on investment. $250 is a lot of money, but this isn't just a product, it's a collector's investment. It doesn't just say, I love Batman. It says, I understand why Batman needed to exist. The resale value's strong, but emotionally, it's already paid off. Because every time I walk past it, I remember how scared I was and how good that felt. And this piece will only get rarer. It's not just nostalgia, it's long-term cultural value. And look, this isn't the end of the video. It's the start of a conversation. This isn't a review, it's a reckoning. Because after the hype dies down, after the pre-orders ship and the thumbnails fade, some toys still whisper something to you. And this one still makes me feel something. Most toys are about power. This one, it's about fear. And that's why I love it. Hot take, I think Man-Bat is a better villain than the Joker. Not because he's flashier, but because he's realer. Joker's chaos, but Man-Bat is what happens when you mess up. And that is way scarier.
Comment below what toy scared you as a kid, but now you'd proudly display it.
Tag a friend who forgot how weird Batman really got. And if you want a video on which modern toys are actually appreciating in value, let us know in the comments. We've been tracking resale trends for a while now. Some people buy stocks, some people buy gold, some people flip sneakers or crypto. We buy vinyl monsters, and honestly, the return is way better because we feel it.
When you would turn the corner and go down the toy aisle and see that figure that you were wanting, it was so exciting, and we've lost a lot of that. You know, my toy shop is my front step because that's where everything just gets delivered these days.
These figures aren't just nostalgia, they're sculpted love letters to a style that still holds up today. Sharp lines, clean profiles, and accessories that feel like they were pulled straight from the screen.
I am giving this, and this is only because it's from my personal nostalgia, I'm giving it